are just ahead, just ahead, just ahead.
Does March Madness bring April showers? Yes, it does. And this is March Madness, and the April showers are coming next month. What does April showers mean? A showering of truth. I'll explain that all in a second. If you've been watching my videos, you know that Trump controls the military. Trump will be president this year. Trump will be president in August. I can confirm it with a reliable source. Check this video out.
But I did tell quite a few people that by August, Donald Trump will be back in as our president.
Mike Lindell has confirmed Trump will be president in the next 4.5 months. This is so exciting. My name is Peterjhanna. This is Peter's Political Perspective. Click on the description button on the bottom right corner of the screen so you can stay updated on all the exciting news and how Trump is winning. So let's dive right into it. March Madness, right? So there's been a lot of speculation on when this March Madness was going to be. It was going to be in 2019, that March, or it was going to be the 2020 March. Now it's pretty much confirmed that March Madness is this March. Why? Well, at the top of my head, there's 3 crazy madness type things that have happened in March. First, you have the most important documentary in history being released in March. I talked about it in my previous video. And the finale for this documentary is being released in April. March to April. So that's part of the evidence, right? And then you have this whole Suez Canal situation. I don't know if you heard about it, but so there's this canal that a whole bunch of container ships go through, right? And it appears that Team Trump has hacked this container ship called the Evergreen and slammed it right into the canal, blocking it, completely clogging it. And they predicted this would happen. They told us they were going to do this. When? In 2018. Team Trump said, define Evergreen. When do you call a plumber? Evergreen was the container ship. Plumber because Evergreen has clogged the canal. So they predicted in 2018 they were going to do this. A lot of people didn't understand what this post meant at the time, but now we know that Evergreen is the container ship. And when he says, when do you call plumber? In other words, when do you call a specialist to unclog the Suez Canal? Well, the specialist is going to be Team Trump as well. They hacked into this container ship. I'll show you right now. As you can see, this container ship crashed. And they hacked into it to crash it, to clog the canal, because from what I can tell, based on my research, there's a lot of trafficked victims in this container ship, in the containers, and this will be revealed soon. This is based on my research. This is crazy, the fact that this Suez Canal has been clogged. It's been clogged by a ship full of people who have been trafficked. Trump did this. This is madness. This is more part of March Madness. And the third madness level thing that I've seen is they are building, and I think they've completed, these installations for public hangings. I'm going to show you some pictures right now. Look at these installations for public hangings. I actually have a photo that shows people being hung by these installations. I can't show it. It's too graphic, and then my video won't be able to be monetized, but I have been sent photos, and I don't think this has been shown anywhere else, maybe a few more times on the internet in some random places, but these are real photos of an installation built in DC near the White House for public hangings. Remember Trump legalized public hangings? We're going to see public hangings of major criminals. That's the only way people are going to heal. So public hangings, you have the Suez Canal clogged by Team Trump, by an Evergreen container ship full of traffic victims, and you have the biggest documentary in history that's released in March going into April. This is March Madness, and this is just the top of my head. So if March Madness brings April showers, what is April showers? Showering of truth. This is my interpretation, and we're going to see a major showering of truth. Why? Well, if Trump is going to be president in the next 4.5 months, then what's going to happen is there has to be a showering of truth, especially to the normies, the leftists, the Democrats, the liberals, so that they can accept the fact that Trump is president, and that is a good thing. So there's got to be a showering of truth. There's got to be information that's coming out that is waking people up. So we live in very exciting times, and I think that we should be very excited, but at the same time, there's a lot of pressure. People are saying, like, I want Trump to act. I want Trump to act. I want Trump to be president now. Well, listen, Trump will act. Trump has been acting. That's why there's been so many jets flying around in space, and there's like airships and cruisers. Like, the whole military has been extremely active in the last few months. Trump has been acting nonstop. He's never stopped acting. As he controls the military, there's been major military operations going on. The military operations will conclude in August, which is in 4.5 months, and then Trump will be president again. But I have to say, because this time is kind of like the climax of the story, it could get a little turbulent. I'm hoping there's not going to be violence. I don't think there's going to be much violence, but I think everyone should be very cautious. When it comes to these next 4.5 months and Trump becoming president, I think we should be very careful, be very cautious, and there's a lot of startling information that has to be released before Trump is president. This is information that's going to be extremely psychologically traumatic, thus the reason for the public hangings. If once you find out that a whole bunch of horrible people have done horrible things, the only way for the nation to heal is to watch these criminals be publicly hanged, which is probably going to happen in the next 4.5 months. So lots of exciting things happening next 4.5 months, but also a lot of traumatic things. Now I have basically got enough thick skin that I kind of already know all these horrible things that are going to be released, most of them, and a lot of normies don't. So this is going to be a very traumatic time. This is a time for healing. This is a time I'm going to have to be posting some videos on helping people heal psychologically or stay calm, because for Trump to be president, a lot of dirt has to come out, and I have a feeling it's going to come out in April. April showers means a showering of truth that needs to be released for the whole world to heal, but truths that are difficult to swallow about all the horrible atrocities that have happened. So good things are happening, but we're gonna have to go through a dark period of understanding the truth, the reality of all the horrible things that have been happening. So we should be excited, but also brace for impact, I guess you could say, because we're about to be impacted by extremely startling, psychologically traumatic truths, and we have to be prepared for that. I know people are like, act, Trump, act. He has been acting. Trump, I want to be president soon. He will be president soon. But we're doing everything in stages, and before we get that good little reward of Trump being president again, it's gonna be a tough pill to swallow, especially for the people who aren't aware. A lot of Republicans who are supporters of Trump, who are not aware of all the horrible atrocities as well. Billions of people who are not aware of the horrible atrocities are going to be aware of it, and this is going to create a lot of psychological trauma in the world. Hopefully, it's all going to work out. It's all going to be okay. This is a military plan that has been put forth, and they've done great with this military plan. Strategically, they've been planning this for 60 years. 60 years. The takedown of deep state has been going on for 60 years. It's going to be great, guys. Welcome to the show. The show has officially started. I'm going to make an episode showing how we're actually watching a movie, which is very, very exciting. We're watching a movie with actors. There is Biden, who's in a Oval Office in Castle Rock, California, and it's not the real Biden. I don't think the real Biden is alive right now. Biden is being played by a Hollywood actor who is a comedian. That's what I do know for sure. He's wearing a mask. That's why in my previous video I showed that the real Biden, who I'm not sure is alive anymore, looks very different than the current Biden that is being played right now. So we're watching a movie. I'll make a video about this later, but great things are happening, and I think we should be very, very, very excited for the future. So excited, in fact, that I'm doing a live stream this Sunday. I'm inviting you all to be there. Please join me on this live stream. If you would like to be a guest and turn on your video and show yourself live on my video stream and debate me or talk to me or interact with me, be one of the guests, one of the people who interacts with me live when it comes to being an actual guest on the live stream, I would love to have you. Just email healthsanctuaryfamily@gmail.com and join me on the live show. And if you can't, but you want to see the live stream, definitely join us 12 noon Eastern on Sunday. We're going to have a big party because the information was just released that Trump will be president in August, which is in 4.5 months. We have to celebrate it somehow. So why not with a live stream this Sunday, 12 Eastern. So definitely join me for that. We have a lot to be excited about, guys. This is March Madness. We're going into April showers. This next 4.5 months is like the finale of the show, the finale of the movie, the ending of sorts, the denouement in a sense. We're about to see enter the climax and enter the denouement. So very exciting time. possibly pretty traumatic times. We're probably going to see public hangings, but Trump will be president, so I say let's throw a party. That's what I think. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this episode, Peter's Political Perspective, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing and sharing my content. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Remember, when Trump said, "I'm supremely confident our brightest days are just ahead," he was referring to being president in August. That's my interpretation of it, because just ahead, remember when I said just ahead sounds like the next few months, like 4 to 6 months or 3 to 6 months. That is the timeline that's been given, that Trump will be president by August, means as soon as July. So we live in very exciting times, guys. I'm so excited. I was right when Trump said our brightest days are just ahead, that the timeline I gave you guys was actually ended up being accurate. Because when Trump is president, then those are going to be our brightest days. And I said that would happen in the next 3 to 6 months, and I was right about that. I'm not right about everything, but I'm glad I was right about that prediction. All right, thank you so much for watching, everyone. And let's be excited. Let's be hopeful. And join me on that live stream. I'd love to have you all 12 noon Eastern this Sunday. Let's celebrate Trump coming back in August. All right, thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So nice.